Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lumen Christi Ministries. Matthew 16 says, "You are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not prevail against it." As we are in the time of preparing for the conclave with the cardinals and electing the next pope, I think it's important for us to remember that the election of the next pope isn't about what we want politically, and the election itself should not be a political election. It's about what the church needs and where the Holy Spirit seeks to guide us. For 2,000 years, we've been blessed with continuation of the Pope, from St. Peter to Pope Francis. Maybe one day St. Francis. I'm sure a lot of people would push back against that one. But ever since the time of Christ, ever since Matthew 16, upon this rock I will build this church, and the gates of Hades will never prevail against it. I mentioned political election. A lot of people, I think, are fearful that we're going to get an even more liberal pope in the next pontificate, and therefore they're afraid. Therefore they're praying more. But if we're praying from a place of fear, our prayer doesn't feel as fruitful. It doesn't mean our prayer is any less. It doesn't mean God hears us any less. But ultimately, we need to come to that place where we're praying from a place of faith. Not praying for any particular cardinal to get elected. I don't think we should be doing that. I don't think we should be picking our favorite cardinal of the elect and choosing amongst them who we think will be elected. I don't think we should be doing that. Not because there's anything wrong about it, but if we look at previous elections, those who were amongst the favorite candidates were not the ones that were elected. I'm thinking mainly John Paul II, where he wasn't even on anybody's list for potential popes, and he became one of the greatest popes we've seen in the 21st century. I think there's a recognition of humility in the conclave, where every day that we go to Mass, or every week, if you only go on Sundays, we hear the Eucharistic prayers, and until the election of a new pope, there is no mention of the pope. Usually we would hear, "And your servant," fill in the blank, "pope," and then the bishop. But that part referring to the pope is taken out. It's not referred to as acknowledgement of the fact that the seat is empty. So every day or every week as we hear that, it's that reminder, that anticipation of who's going to be the next pope, who's going to be the next Father lifted up in the Holy Eucharist, in that particular part of the prayer. It's this anticipation for who will the next Holy Father be. Will they be more liberal? Will they be more conservative? It doesn't matter, because Jesus' promises can't be broken. And if the election is as it should be, guided completely and entirely by the Holy Spirit, we should not fear, but we should trust and have faith that no matter what, the Lord will always provide for what His church needs.